Hi there, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite fairy types, which happens to be one of my favorite Pokemon types in general, because it's Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is pink and fairy Pokemon are pink. That's my logic for this. So if you're interested in that, just keep on watching. So yeah, I'm going to do another top 10 list. I've been making a lot of these recently. Thank you for watching them. I like doing them. But yeah, I'm going to make another top 10 list. So if you've seen my other top 10 videos, you know how this goes. But if you haven't, I'm going to be ranking these Pokemon from 1 to 10, 1 being my favorite and 10 being my least favorite. I'm going to start with 10 and go to 1. So again, just a reminder, these are all my opinions. If I don't mention your favorite, let me know in the comments down below and tell me which one's your favorite and why. And if I mention something that you hate, girl, tell me. Let me know in the comments and why. Okay, yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. So number 10 for my list of my favorite fairy types is going to be Snubbull / Gramble. I put them both in here because I like both of them. I just think aesthetically these two are really cute. I like them in Johto. Johto happens to be one of my favorite regions. A lot of my favorite Pokemon come from Johto. And I just think these two are super cute. I've been wanting like an English Bulldog or a French Bulldog for so long now. And I think this is what Snubbull is inspired by. And I just think it's adorable. It's pink. These weren't originally fairy because, again, back then Johto didn't have fairy types. But then when the fairy type was introduced, they put the fairy type on these Pokemon. And I love them. I think they're really cute. Like the big scary dog is actually like a cute sweetheart. That's how I feel about dogs, and that's how I feel about these two. So yeah, that's the reason that Gramble and Snubbull are both on here for number 10. Okay, number 9 might surprise you because most people put this one higher on their list. But number 9 for me is Gardevoir. Now, I think this Pokemon is beautiful. I think this Pokemon is on a lot of people's favorite Pokemon lists, period. This Pokemon is so loyal to its trainers that like it will pretty much do anything for them, and it can like wield black holes or something like that. Look up the Pokedex entry. It's really bizarre, but it's like a really powerful Pokemon, and it's like super protective. My only thing with this is like kind of like my thing with like I like humanoid Pokemon, but like this one looks a lot like a person to me, and so that kind of throws me off. And like the protectiveness towards a trainer when something looks that humanoid, I feel like blurs the relationship between person and pet. So for me, that's why this one's like number 9. Nothing wrong with the Pokemon itself. Like, you know, it's gorgeous to look at. It's got great moves and good stats. And like, obviously, you know, the design's wonderful. But for me, I've just never been as into Gardevoir as some other folks just because she looks too much like a person to me. But yeah, she's still high on my list though because she's still number 9. You know what I mean? Okay, number 8 again is 2 Pokemon in the evolution, but number 8 is Morlul and Shiinotic. Now listen, I saw these and I fell in love instantly. They're creepy. They're mushrooms. They embody what a real fairy is. Like fairy type, like the fae is like magic but weird and dreamy and strange and kind of scary. So I love these two. I think they're great. I haven't used them on a teen yet, but even in like the Detective Pikachu movie where there's that scene with all the glowing Morlul everywhere, it just looks amazing. And like my family is of Polish heritage, and some of my relatives do this thing where they go mushroom hunting every year, and they hunt for Morlul mushrooms. You gotta be careful though, because if you don't pick the right mushroom, you could really hurt yourself. So this is something that I think is cool because it's like my family lineage passing on these skills for foraging. And this is something that's been in my family for generations, and it's like generational knowledge, and that's like really important to have to be able to pick out what is a morlul and what is like another type of mushroom that might not be as tasty. But yeah, so for all those reasons, I really like these 2 Pokemon just because of the personal connection I have with them, and also I think they really do embody the fairy type perfectly, right? For what a true fairy is, not just like the pretty girls and the pretty feminine drawings and stuff, but no, like actual fairy magic. Like I think they're really cool. Plus, I read a lot of Gothic literature, and a lot of Gothic literature involves mushrooms as being the culprit for a lot of horrors. So that's also really cool. As somebody who writes horror and reads a lot of horror, that's really cool. But yeah, anyway. Okay, number 7 is also an Alolan Pokemon, And for number 7, I put Alolan Ninetales. I think this Pokemon is beautiful. I really like when Pokemon redesign some of their old OG designs. I think it's fun. Maybe I'm just like too nostalgic. I'm not really a Gen 1er, but I'm old enough to be one. And I don't know, but I just think this redesign was so fun. Putting it in the opposite type as like Fairy and Ice type, but also it's a really cool type combo. This Pokemon is just beautiful and majestic, and I used it a lot when I was playing Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, more so than I did in Alola. Like I still put in my team in Alola, but I liked seeing this thing following me around in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I just think design wise it's just beautiful, and yeah, that's why it's where it's at on this list. Number 6 is Florges, and girl, I know I was just talking smack about humanoid Pokemon, but this isn't so much humanoid for me as it is like actual nymph slash fairy. Like it's still predominantly flower. It looks like it, and it just kind of like has like a face and a body, if that makes sense. But Florges is beautiful. I remember seeing it right away in Kalos and like being like that's mine. I like the fact that there's color variations with all the flowers. And this could easily be fairy grass, but I think it's just fairy, and that's probably a good way to grow. Good way to grow. Good way to go, even though it doesn't have stab on certain grass moves. Um, I don't know. I just because it would have had like a 2 times weakness to poison, I think, if it would have been fairy grass. But you know, it's still a beautiful Pokemon. I think this is again another one that really embodies the fairy energy. And yeah, and I liked how important Float was to the overall storyline of those games and the lore of those games. So yeah, because each stage of this evolution line is gorgeous, but I just really like Forges. So I just like how important this kind of fit in with the lore of Kalos as well. So yeah, that's why it's number 6. Okay, number 5. I mean, I love all these Pokemon on this list. What am I talking about? But my really hard hitters, like 5 and up, was really hard for me to kind of place these Pokemon into slots. But number 5 for me is actually Wigglytuff. I love Wigglytuff. I really love Wigglytuff, and I've grown to appreciate it more as an adult Pokemon player than I did as a kid Pokemon player, because I was never really into Jigglypuff, or I didn't use Jigglypuff a lot, and as a kid. But then when I started playing the remakes of the games, like again, like Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee, or when I started replaying Fire Red and Leaf Green, I started using a Jigglypuff more. And I cannot believe I slept on Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is so cute. It's so strong. It's so versatile. I used to think that like in order to have a versatile normal type, you really needed Snorlax on your team. Nuh-uh, girl, use Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff's great. And like now with the additional fairy type, I mean, it's just a rock star. And it had the move pool for Wigglytuff is crazy. And it's so cute. Like if you play it in Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu and it follows you, it literally floats. It's a balloon. It floats. It's a rabbit that's a balloon and it's pink and it's cute. So I really, really mess with Wigglytuff. It's cry and its voice is so cute in the anime and the shows and stuff. I just really like Wigglytuff. Okay, number 4 for me is actually Azumarill. I love Azumarill. Again, it's another rabbit looking Pokemon, but this is fairy and water this time. Okay, so Azumarill is also one of those Pokemon that I kind of slept on for a while and then played it when I was older, and I said, whoa, this is a great Pokemon to actually use. It's cute, it's tough, it's great on any team. It's got a beautiful bubbly design, and I just think this thing's adorable. Like I could see it on a team, like if I was like a water type trainer or a fairy type trainer, there's no way that Azumarill wouldn't be on my team. This is like another variation of Wigglytuff for me, but both of these guys are just so cute. So it's really hard, but that's like 5 and 4 for me. I just think Azumarill is adorable and precious, and the entire line is really cute. But yeah, I've really grown to love this Pokemon a lot. Okay, number 3 is the namesake for this channel. It's Kutiefly. Obviously, Kutiefly is actually spelled with a C and not a K, but my name starts with a K, so that's why I changed it a little bit. But Kutiefly is an adorable bug fairy Pokemon from Alola. And again, it was one of those things, my first playthrough, I saw this thing and I was like, I have to have that. There's a lot of cool bug types introduced in Alola. That's one thing I will give about Gen 7. Yeah, Gen 7 is that it had some really cool bug type Pokemon. Like they were really creative when it came to bug type Pokemon. And there's a lot of cool bug type Pokemon to choose from, but Kutiefly and Rabombi were just it for me. Their shinies being pink, is perfect. Like, oh my god. But it's just a really cute Pokemon. It has a cute moveset. There's got some of its own, like, what was it, Pollen Puff, or what was that? There's one move that's designed specifically for it. Um, and I again, it was really cute. I had to put on my team. I liked it so much at the time because my channel, like, I made this channel in like 2016, but I didn't start posting videos on it till much later. Because I thought being a PokeTuber at that time would be really cool, but then I just didn't have the confidence to post quite yet, and then I posted videos much later on. But it was at that time when Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. I think, did they come out in 2016? I'll fact check myself. But they came out around that time, so that's why I was excited to call my channel Kutiefly, because I love Kutiefly, and I think it would fit with my name, and I just like fairy type Pokemon, and that it was really cool for me. So yeah, that's why Kutiefly is number 3 on this list. Um, Really, it's just an icon. Girl, yes. Number 2 on this list is a recent draft pick. So if I make this list again in maybe a year or two, maybe it won't be the same. But number 2 on my favorite fairy types list is actually Tinkaton. Tinkaton is the best thing that came out of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let's be so for real. Let's be so for real. Tinkaton is the best thing that came out of those games. I have a very like mixed opinion about Scarlet and Violet in general. But one of the Pokemon designs that I absolutely fell in love with was right away was Tinkaton, like Tinkaton's evolution line. I think it's hilarious that you have this hot pink troll looking thing with a giant hammer that just smashes Corviknights on sight. They are unhinged. They're pink little baby monsters. They got the oversized mallet that is like it's a design aesthetic that's like common for cute like female characters to have oversized mallet or whatever. It's like Harley Quinn-esque, I guess. But to see that in a Pokemon is really cute. Like, yeah, this is a little bit more humanoid, but this reminds me of a troll more than anything else, which I don't know if trolls count as fake creatures, maybe more like a gnome. But I think trolls do metallurgy, and so that's why it's like more accurate of a troll. But it also kind of looks like a troll doll. So, you know, if we're going with mythical creatures and then like toys and like kids and stuff, I think this design works on so many levels, and there's so much personality in this. Like, it could either easily be your favorite or not your favorite, but I like when there's bold design choices, so that's why I gotta go with Tinkaton. Tinkaton is a queen and an icon. You do not mess with her. She's there's no way you can. If I saw this, I was like, there's no way this cannot be on my team. Hello, this is the perfect Pokemon from this generation. There wasn't really a good lot of slaps in Pokemon Scarlet Pokemon designs, in my opinion. There wasn't really a lot of hits. This sang, girl. This sang. She could be a pop icon. I see it. I see the vision. And whoever did this, I want them to make more, please. Yes. Okay. Now we are at the number 1. My favorite fairy type Pokemon. It might surprise you because I'm always one that kind of is like, oh, Pikachu's overrated. The Pikachu clones, I'm not really with them, blah, blah. But my favorite fairy type of all time is Dedenne, the OG. Wait, do I have Dedenne? Yeah, let me grab my Dedenne to prove that I love Dedenne. Look, we're perfect together. Doesn't this just like make sense? Yeah. So anyway, um, I love Dedenne. Dedenne, it came out in Kalos, and again, I talked about how much I like Florges. I like both of them, but Dedenne was just as soon as again, it was another instant click. As soon as I saw it, I needed it on the team. Yes, it's a Pikachu clone, but I would argue it does Pikachu better than Pikachu does. Look at this thing. Look at his tail. It's a solo evolution. Normally, I don't like solo evolutions, but this thing is so tiny and cute. I wouldn't want it to evolve. I would want it to stay where it is exactly. And I cannot tell you the amount of joy it brought me when I went to the Elite Four with my Dedenne, and it took down like in the entire dragon trainer in like 2 moves. I swear to God, not even. This thing's a powerhouse. This thing kills all these giant ass dinosaurs and dragons, and it's like this. It's probably like not even this big in real life. Like if we had like a 1-to-1 ratio for design, girl, look at this. Look at this tiny monster. Yes, look at that. Could sit on my shoulder. And anime was super cute too. I just loved Dedenne. I loved Dedenne so much. If I had to build my perfect team, and I have done this before, like my dream team, like dream Pokemon team out of the thousands of Pokemon there is, Dedenne would be on it. This would be my go-to electric type, hands down. You know me, I love fairy types. I would put a bunch of fairy types on my team. But if I had to pick an electric type, watch when I do my top 10 electric types, Dedenne is going to be the first one on that list again because Dedenne is perfect. Look at it. So yeah, those are my top 10 fairy types. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know who your favorite fairy types are down in the comments below. And yeah, if you want to support me, you could always like this video, comment down below, share this video with a friend, or subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please. That would help me out so much. Yeah, it just kind of helps me to see like what kind of content to make and stuff too. So I love Pokemon content and I would like this to be a Pokemon channel. But I've also decided, like, toyed the idea of branching out into other video games and stuff. So just kind of let me know what you would prefer to see down in the comments below. It would really help me in that decision making process a lot. And until next time, thanks. Bye.